Hi everybody, today I'm going to take you through some of the grade stroke class examination 3 level work. This is a big jump up from where you've come through from primary grade 1 and grade 2. A lot of the exercises will be sideways onto the bar now. There's a lot of new elements that have come in. For example, full pliés in the first position and the third position. We're not quite across on our way to fifth just yet. But we're going to just work through the bar work today. So you'll need a good sturdy, unless your dad's put bar on the wall especially for you, you'll need a good sturdy back of a dining chair, or the kitchen sink's probably quite about the best height for most of you. We're going to start thinking about our bar technique, because there is a technique. We can't just stand next to something and grab it. So we've got to make sure that we know that our bar is not a crutch or a walking stick. It's just an aid to help us keep our balance, because all these exercises that we're learning at this foundation level, we're going to be doing in the centre without holding on at all, in another element called centre practice. So our exercise that we've been working on in this level is taking our pliés in first, second position, third, and a new position called open fourth, which is a fourth opposite first position and has the same criteria as a plié in second. Your heels will stay on the floor. So we're going to prepare with the music in a second, and the setting will be the same as this now probably for the next couple of years of your training into grade 4 even, is demi-plié and stretch, and rise and lower, and full plié 5, 6, 7, 8, and being really careful to coordinate the coming up from the demi-plié and the arms so that everything happens together. So let's take that exercise. I'm going to demonstrate it for you on the first side, then you will turn round and Miss Ali will play it through on the second side for you, where you'll dance on your other side. Notice that ballet dancers always turn towards the bar or the wall. We never turn away, except if it's in a choreographed piece of work, always towards. It's a tradition. Why is it there? I really don't know. It's just that we've always done it that way. Okay, here we go with our pliés. Thank you, Miss Ali. Arm, prepare, bend, stretch, rise, up. Full plié, full counts, 5, 6. Now you've got to move on with this foot. And 1, 2, rise, and full plié, 5, 6, 7, and third, bend, stretch, rise, lower, full plié, 6, heels, open fourth, bend, stretch, rise, and our heels are staying on the floor, 6, and coordinate that pull up. Loads of music to finish off the exercise, both hands down, head over the outside shoulder. So I'm going to talk you through that. Miss Ali's going to play the music again so you've got it for your second side. Don't forget, turn towards your bar, feet in your first position. Thank you. Arm, second, demi-plié, stretch, rise, through the feet, full plié, 5, 6, halfway up, and 1, 2, rise, lower, 5, 6, and turn towards your bar to face your first side. You've been doing battement tendus en croix since grade 1 now. They've been quite plain, just thinking about that shape of a cross. So now in grade 3, we're going to add a demi-plie. So we're really thinking hard now about what we look like when we're jumping into the air and the control as we come down into the demi-plie, landing from a spring. We're going to coordinate the port de bras. That's a carriage of the arms in this exercise as well. So there's quite a bit going on. Thank you.
Battement tendu.
Here we go. Everything to the front. Stretch. Plie. And pull the 2 legs up together. And plie. And behind us. Plie. Second. Start again and forward. Place your hand nice and light on your kitchen sink or your chair. Stretch behind you and pull up. Thank you. And Miss Ali's going to let you have that on the other side. But turning towards your kitchen sink or your dining chair. Thank you.
Battement tendu.
So have nothing on the introduction. Nice light hand. I'll start you off. Stretch to the front, plie. Stretch to second, plie. J to the back, plie, tendu, and front. Start again. Arm and leg together, and straight back as you bend. Make sure your pelvis is nicely tucked under, behind you. Second. Thank you. And we're going to go on to a rond de jambe exercise now. So what does rond de jambe mean? I hope you're shouting back at your laptops and tablets. It's round of the leg. And our attire is on the floor. So we're going to practice this exercise. We're going to go from our third position. We're going to dégager to second. We're going to go round the circle en dehors, outwards, away from the supporting leg in 1, 2, 3, 4 counts. That was what we did in grade 2. Then double it up into 2 counts. Use your 2 times table. 2 2s of 4, 2 4s. There's your 8th count. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And pay attention, girls and boys, to this bit here. Don't let that foot collapse and come through that circle. Let's try that with the music. Thank you.
De jambe à terre.
And stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and round. And round. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Round. Round. And finish off nicely. Head over your shoulder. And turn round and dance that on the other side. Let me start you off. Thank you. And stretch. Back, first, front, second, and 2 times. 2 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And nice closing. Stand beautifully poised, shoulders down, long neck. Arms placed, not stiff, but not hanging like a pair of dishcloths either. Thank you. We're going to have a think about an exercise now called battement frappé. Frappé means to strike. You're working the ball of your foot along the floor in slow motion. That's the striking bit. This takes a lot of teaching. Some of you are still facing the bar, doing the preparatory exercise for it, which we just dégagé behind the ankle, dégagé front. Some of you are doing it in half speed to the set music, so we'll do it like that, and then I'll show you what you should be doing by the time we're thinking about coming up to taking the exam, whenever that may be. So we're going to start. We'll have our hands on our bar, which is quite unusual because we've got a fair old bit to do on the preparation with the feet. Thank you. Half speed. And strike, strike. And the exercise finishes out. And dégagé and close. Right, I'll just get my breath and give you the full-blown thing sideways to the bar. Thank you. And I think we'll just pause it there for a second. Here we are again, and the music for your second side. I hope you're still turning towards your bar. Strike, strike, and into the floor. Hold, dégagé, and close. Well done. And our third to last exercise, we've got 3 more things to do. We're going to take our développés exercise now. Développé means to unfold. And so we've been practicing, another thing that's come up since grade 1 has been the retiré, the drawing up. And now we're going to unfold our leg, en croix, to second, to the back, and to second again. We're going to try and be thinking about a coordinated port de bras for this exercise. And we're also going to try and think about sustaining the movement, because for us, in our sort of school where we're working once or twice a week, we've got to think about strengthening ourselves at the same time as developing our technique. So let's take our développés en croix. Thank you. Retiré, 1. And unfold the arms, and second leg is forward and close, and 1, everything to second position, hold, close behind, 1, arabesque, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, finish. Now that piece of music is actually there's an awful lot of notes in that. So children, when you're dancing to that at home, try and just listen to the underlying melody. 2 and 3, close 4. Because I know a lot of you do have a bit of difficulty differentiating between all those extra notes that are in that bit. Let's listen to it for our second side. Thank you. 8 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. 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 And hold. And just one last thing before we leave the développés. I think particularly the Saturday class we've been talking about not losing having raised the leg to such a height that you lose the placing. So you are far better off thinking about a 45-degree, really well-placed développé than trying to do something that's uphill and looks rather ugly like that. Besides, the person behind you, all they can see is your bottom, which isn't very nice. And our grand battements, our leg loosening exercise now. So we're thinking about trying to take 2 grand battements in each position en croix for this grade. We've up to now just done 1, so now we're going to add on and take 2, which means when you get a bit older you'll be having to do 4. Again, keep your leg at a sensible height, think about your placing and your posture all the time. Thank you.
En battement. Straight on, turn round, prepare the arm, and off you go. 1 to the front, and second, close behind, to the back, and second behind, and close in front. Last time, 2, up, down, close behind, 1 at the back, 2, second behind, and your lovely finish, head over the outside shoulder. Well done everybody. And the last exercise we're going to practice today is our demi-point work. And in your head now, I've been saying to you, be thinking in a couple of years' time we'd hopefully be going on to our actual point shoes. So everything that we do on our demi-points now is going to be the preparation for going on to our full points, hopefully. And the exercise that we've got at the moment, facing the bar, releve fifth, and staying up for what Miss Lee calls wiggle time. When you're in your point shoes, you might have got not quite where you should be, so I'm giving you time to get into those 5th positions. And then échappé to second, and échappé to second, and another one in second, hold, close, and you'll be on your left side then. So we'll take that with our music. So our arms in bra bar, where we should be. Thank you. Demi-point work.
Hands, plie, and 5th, hold, 2, 3, and second, changing feet, and that's your left foot in front. Now off you go, up, down, hold, 2, 3, plie, second, changing feet, hold, plie, arms down. Well done, I hope you enjoyed that. Just one last thing before I go. Of course, you've all got your hair in beautiful buns, haven't you? Naughty Miss Lee.